So I'm going to go ahead and do what I do best, which is explain this stuff in a detail because I have once in my life made the mistake of taking an avoidant woman back. And not once, but a handful of times, roughly. So I'm going to explain this so you guys don't make the same mistakes. When you were with a woman who is an avoidant, which means basically you're with this girl and things are really good for like an extended period of time, probably months, up to maybe half a year. Things are really good. So you start to get closer and closer and closer to this person. And all of a sudden, the whole vibe changes, it shifts. And like, you can't even believe it. You can't even believe the shit. Everything is just different. And all of a sudden it ends, and it ends really, really fast. And it definitely caught you off guard. So, when this ends, there's going to be a big time period in between before you ever get in contact again with this person. There's going to be a big time period in between. And it's going to last as long up until they're ready and they've cleared the cobwebs of commitment in their head. Everything feels new again. The attachment has completely wore off. Now they're going to come back. They're going to, they're going to try to get a hold of you. They might add you somewhere online. They're going to try to get your attention. And I'm telling you something right now. Since the attachment wore off, and since you finally got over the hump and you probably even got over this person, you probably even dated multiple people in between already. Or maybe not. You might have a lot of forgiveness for this person and you might think, oh, things seem good again. They came back. Their energy is good. Oh, it seems good again. Maybe they learned. Maybe they realize I'm the one. Maybe all this stuff. You're going to be thinking these things in your head. You're going to be thinking of these things. It's going to feel new again. This is where you end up in a world of shit if you let this happen. If you let this person come back, if you acknowledge this person, if you start talking to this person again, because it feels new, all of a sudden. It's over for you, my friend. It's over. By the way, I'm wearing gloves in this video because it's fucking freezing. Literally fucking freezing. It's like the coldest winter I've ever had here in Canada where I live. I don't know what it is, but every day is just fucking freezing, man. Like, it's insane. Like, I got the heat on in my house and it's still cold. It's like, it's unreal. But anyways, yeah. Avoidant women are tricky. But if you experience one and then you educate yourself on avoidant people in general, you will have the mental capacity, you will have the knowledge to not take them back again, to not give them another shot, because it's going to get all messy and it's just going to do the exact same thing. These people, bro, what you have to understand about avoidant people and their thought process is, for one, they're not doing what they're doing on purpose, so you can cut them some slack. It's not complete manipulation. They're just doing what's comfortable for them. And in the end, you get screwed because something gets triggered in their brain to pull back, to sabotage the relationship or the connection you guys were building. They don't intend for that to happen. They don't get into this because that's what they want. They long for connection. They long for commitment. They long for a boyfriend, a husband, close connection until the connection gets close. They like it. They like the idea of it, all this kind of stuff. And then you get close. And they're going to push your ass away. This goes for both genders. You could come across, if a woman's watching this video, you could also come across an avoidant man. So this could go both ways, but for us guys, we've experienced women, so that's what we're focused on here. But a lot of things that I do speak about on this channel, not everything, but some things can go the other way around as well. So, yeah. But yeah, man, it's really shitty because you don't know for sure that this woman is avoidant when you're getting involved in it. You never know. You'll never be able to know. Ever. You can't see signs or red flags that a woman is avoidant. That's the tricky thing about avoidant people in general. There's no red flags. There's no signs of them being like that. Sadly, this is the one thing that can screw you over with seeing absolutely no red flags at all. None. None. It's like it's the perfect partner, the perfect person. You guys are getting close. And when it's just a little too close, it all falls apart, and it happens so fast. Because they are past their threshold of what they feel comfortable with. They don't even know it until it happens. They still have in their mind that they want connection. They want all that kind of stuff. But they're doing what they're doing to protect themselves from potential heartbreak. This is the part that's hard to understand. Like, for whatever reason their brain is wired the way it is, they think there's a huge possibility that you're going to break their heart. So they're going to do what they do. They're going to pull off what they pull off. And that's really all there is to it. You're bound to fail a second time, a third time, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, if it goes that long. With an avoidant person, you are bound to. And this is why I'm making this video, because if you guys were ever with one, or if something like this even remotely close has happened, and you find yourself in a position where a woman like this is kind of coming back a little bit, she might be doing something to grab your attention. And she might be like in a happy mood, like how you first met her. It's not how it ended. It's like she's back to full form, like she was. So you might think in your head as a man, oh, it's good again. Let's talk to this person again. Let's kick it off again. It seems good again. She seems good again. This is a terrible fucking idea. Terrible. Terrible idea. For the simple fact that the same thing is going to happen again. Nothing is going to change. Nothing changes with an avoidant. An avoidant is always going to be an avoidant. Unless they do some serious therapy. And most people are not going to do that today, bro. Most people are not going to do that. Chances are, if that person you were talking to comes back half a year to a year later, I guarantee you there's no change. And this might be hard for some of you guys to hear, because some of you might be in this position right now where something like this is happening, or it could happen very soon. and I don't want to get your guys' hopes up. You should in no way have your hopes up or think, oh man, maybe she will come back. Maybe from what I'm hearing right now from Terry Joel Jr. in this video, maybe the girl I was talking to is going to come back. Bro, you should not be excited for that. Not one of you should ever be excited, even about the thought of a person that you once talked to could come back into your life. That, man. No way. I mean, if it doesn't work a first time, why would it work a second or third or fourth or fifth? You really think they've changed? You really think they're going to come back and it's all just going to work? You think that? It's not going to happen. The same thing is bound to happen. They're a little psychologically messed up. They have their insecurities. And nothing, and I mean nothing, can stop or prevent that from happening. You don't know what's happened in their past necessarily. They might have told you some things, but you don't know every detail, and you don't know why they ended up the way they are. Dealing with an avoidant is a very unfortunate thing, because it's just their mechanism of survival. They had to rely on themselves for such a long time. That close connection is almost like forbidden. It's like they can't do it. So, closeness is really where it just falls apart. And they are capable of getting close to you, just not too close. You guys can be talking all the time for months. It's when you get too close, all hell breaks loose. And you're going to be left feeling, you're going to be angry, to be honest. You're going to be pissed off because you feel robbed. And there's nothing you can do to get that back or to get them back. The more you chase after it, the more you try to even ask them what's going on. And you're kind of a little bit in shock and fear a little bit. What's going on? Everything was good. Nothing even happened. What are you doing? You're trying to get it going again. That's going to push them away even further. They don't even know what's going on themselves. This is just the point they've got to because of how their brain is wired. It becomes like suffocating. It's draining to them. It's just awful. They are avoidant. Too close is not good. Knowing them too much, talking to them too much, it's not good. And it's unfortunate because a lot of these people, bro, there's a lot of good things about them a lot of the time. I've dealt with this a couple times in my life. This is one thing that does not get easier because, like I said, this is a one scenario that you don't see red flags. You never know, bro. The woman you're dealing with right now where things are going so well, what I have learned about that is it doesn't matter. I don't care what looked so good on a first date. I've even had a friend that had that situation fairly recently. And it's hilarious because we have discussed amongst each other so many times how that kind of stuff doesn't matter because you don't know this person yet. But they go on and make these big claims this is going to be their future wife and all this stuff. And every guy's been there before, but it's it's a little crazy because we've had these discussions before how that doesn't matter. And all of a sudden, now that he's in that position, He's making these claims, and it's like, bro, you don't understand. You don't get it. Is it 100% deemed to fail? No. But don't have it in your head that it's 100% deemed to work, because either or is really bad. You just have to live. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's something wrong with thinking one or the other too much. You just have to live. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, why are people so desperate to have to think for sure it's going to work out or it's not going to work out? Either or is no good. It's garbage. You have to have an open mind when you're dating. No matter who it is, no matter how good it looks, no matter how long you've been going for. You have to have an open mind, because you can't control the whole dynamic. That's a very insecure person who wants to just have this thought in mind for sure that it's going to work out. That screams insecurities. There gotta be a point you get to where it's just open-mindedness. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's something you have to have when dating. And some people think that it shouldn't be that way, that you should think for sure, oh, it's going to work out because it's going good. It's going to work out, right? Not necessarily. You get with an avoidant person, you're going to be very disturbed when it's all over. You're going to be very disturbed when that ship sinks. Very disturbed. And it's awful. It's not fun at all to deal with. Not at all. So, no matter how good things look, you have to have an open mind and have acceptance that what you're investing into could not work out. It might not. Those crypto coins you buy, no matter what you buy, you're taking a risk. Even though people think it's going to work out and everyone's telling you to buy, it might not. Trump could crash the markets. You don't know what's going to happen for sure. Nobody knows. You do take a risk in whichever route or things you're doing in life. There's always risk. So should we just take no risks at all and just stay safe at all costs? No, because with no risk comes no reward. It's all about the mentality you have when you get yourself involved in things. That's what it comes down to. Having a strong, solid mind. And no matter what you get yourself involved in or whatever risks you take, you can handle if it all fails. You can handle if you throw 50K into crypto and you lose 50%, 70% of your portfolio. You can handle that loss. You have to be ready for the worst case scenarios. You can have it in your head that the best case scenario can work. You can have it in your head. You can't have it in your head for sure that it's going to work. You can be open to that idea. It could. So why not invest? Why not take the risk? Life is about risk. Women you date, it's all a risk. If you decide to sleep with a woman, you are taking a risk. You could impregnate her, even if you wear a condom, even if she's on birth control. You could catch something. You could, anything could happen. There's always a risk. I don't understand people who just think for sure. Like, they think they know for sure what's going to happen. It's like bizarre. You obviously don't have enough experience. An experienced man knows everything I'm talking about. There's not one thing that flew past your head in what we've talked about during this video. An inexperienced man is going to think in la la land, is going to think in a delusional sense. Because he has to. In order to have peace of mind, he has to think that way. But this is a type of man that gets crushed into oblivion when things do not work out the way that he thought. And that fantasy just gets nailed. And that's what essentially creates men. Or it shoots you down so far that it just kills you and you can't even become a man. Now that's not good. That's bad. That's terrible. But anyways, yeah, I think we covered everything we needed to in this video. What else do I want to add about the avoidant? I don't think anything really. Just understand that, if you've dated one before, don't be an idiot and think that since you guys had a year apart, they seem so happy again. They seem so warm again and inviting and exciting. They can come across as the most lovable, securely attached people ever until you become securely attached and they just break that shit off. It's crushing, man. It's crushing. Like, everyone deserves a chance. Not multiple. Not multiple. An avoidant woman will do it all over again. And she might even be confused. She might even try to convince you she won't do that again. It was because of this and this and this and this and that. Don't listen, bro. Because when the going gets rough, when the going gets tough, for her own security, she's going to split it off again. She doesn't know it until it happens. Do not listen to a word they say. I'm telling you guys right now. Be careful out there. I will see you guys in the next video. All my information is in the description box below. My email, my number, my website, all that stuff. It's all in the description box below. I'll see you guys in the next. God willing, God bless. We'll see y'all at the top.